we are off. Today is day 156 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Today technically marks the official end of Codecademy. Now, let's sort of get into that. The catalog first, before we actually commence with day 156. So, here we go. We are going into the last lesson of the last course, last part, all that good stuff, down here in the Learn the Watson API. Now, when we start our journey, we had Learn HTML and CSS Part 1, and then learn JavaScript and all that other fun stuff, SaaS, make a website, everything you could ever want on your Codecademy journey. Towards the end, about 3 weeks to a month ago, I think closer to a month ago now, they had added Learn JavaScript, Control Flow, and Learn Responsive Design. So technically, if they hadn't added the courses, today would mark the official end if our journey was a finite set of courses from that first day. So we are continuing on. Obviously, we will be diving into the Learn JavaScript Control Flow tomorrow, and we'll knock out Learn Responsive Design and other fun stuff, courses they update over time. Be sure to touch base here at Codecademy. But in the meantime, technically, as we dive into back over here, finishing learning Watson API, this would basically be it. So, day 156, we are continuing on at 80% of the way through Learn the Watson API. And that is, look at this. See, we've got a scroll bar now on the left side. We have so many courses. It actually, I know the webcam cuts off like around in this area, Ruby, Java, SQL area. It actually goes off the screen for me on my side. There's stuff below my chin, chest area. Yeah, pretty cool. So let's open that up. We are taking a look at the syllabus. So we've knocked out section 1, Introduction to Bluemix and Watson, pip, the Python package manager, using pip, retrieving content from Twitter using the Twitter API, configuring personality insights using the Personality Insights API, and now, last but not least, after 156 days, we are heading into final analysis, gaining insights. Let's go ahead and dive right into that. And just throwing that out there, the last 4 sessions, basically all of this Learn Watson API, as fun and as intriguing as it has been, definitely quirky. We've gone over the fact that it's very much like the deploying a website course. There's a lot of instructional goodness referencing third-party non-Codecademy websites. A lot of do this here and do this there outside of Codecademy. And then at that point, we have to jimmy things together to make it work. So it's sort of a balancing act, completing the activity and some of that nonsense. So without further ado, how many sections we have? We've got 8 sections. We should be able to knock that out with no problem. From top, let's march forward. All right. In this unit, we'll be adding the code that will analyze the Twitter data and retrieve from Twitter users. Not and, we. I should also clarify, before we continue on, I've been awake for, oh God, how many hours now? I don't remember when I woke up yesterday, but I've only gotten 2 hours of sleep since yesterday, around like 9 o'clock at night, 9:50, 9:10, not 9:10, just 10, 9:50 to 10 o'clock. Kind of late, not super late. The eldest cat, the black and white cat that's occasionally walked by in this general vicinity, Kitty, he had some weird meltdown episode last night, and frankly, it was quite literally a shit show. He was vomiting and just we'll call it diarrhea everywhere. He was leaking at both ends. Not to get too graphic, but basically, I'd like to refer to it as now with him. It was bad in every room of the house, all over. I was following him for hours until like 4 in the morning last. It was not good. Yeah, there was a lot of he threw up 6 times in the first hour, and then another 2 times over the next 2 hours, and then 2 more times over the following couple hours. So it was 10 times he had thrown up before I had fallen asleep last night. So that was not good. He's like 12 or 14 years old. It's definitely the downward spiral, but anywho, what was it? Oh yeah, there was a lot of throwing up and just stuff coming out the back end. The only way I could describe it is basically, instead of House of a Thousand Corpses, it was basically House of a Thousand Feces. Yeah, like it's just everywhere. So it was a battle today. I've never had to shove so many pills down a cat's throat before. Not good. And the place where we get the pills, usually they give them to us whole, but for some reason they decided to be nice, which is great, but they cut the pills in half. That just made it that much more difficult, because then I had to shove half pieces in, so I had to double my workload. It was no bueno. Anywho, so I've been awake for like, I think 36 or 40 plus hours with like 2 hours of sleep, and it's bad times. So yeah, this is going to be, I know my narration skills are already questionable, but they're going to be extra sketchy today, so bear with me. Topher, hey, how you doing? Poor kitty. Yes, poor kitty. Old kitty, not little kitty. Little kitty's made of rubber bands and magic, so she's good. She's impervious to anything. Kitty, though, he's old, decrepit, full of love. Actually, not full of anything after throwing up 10 times, but there's love somewhere in there. Continuing on with code. All right. So, day 156, the technical official end to Codecademy from our day 1 before they added the new courses. Good times, happy thoughts, setting Kitty to the side for now. We're going to hammer this out. Despite how quirky this entire section has been, we're going to do it. All right. In this unit, we'll be adding the code that will analyze the Twitter data we retrieve from Twitter users. At the moment, however, our Celebrity Match application can be tough to read or understand for other developers. Let's start by making our code easier to use and easier to read. Instructions. First, delete the following line of code from celebritymatch.python, handle equals Codecademy. Note you may have previously used another Twitter name. The example above uses Codecademy's Twitter name, sure, but we used Codecademy's. So, just delete the whole damn line, delete the following line. All of line 10 will be banished. Henceforth, line 10 no longer exists. The ayes have it. It was a stupid line of code. No one liked it. Okay, so that's the first bit. Let's go ahead and hit run. Do we get our first green check mark? We do get our first green check mark. That is cool. 2. Under the under the line of code that assigns the personality insights variable, analyze the body of text that we retrieved from Twitter, the tweets, by adding something text. Okay, we're looking for PI results. We got PI username and insights. Raise your hand if you see a variable. Son of a... I am just missing it. I want to say it's in this region. Totally not seeing it, though. Again, could be the 36 to 48 hours of with 2 hours of sleep for why I can't see it. Things are definitely... I've had some weird conversations today. Yeah. Are we we're adding the line by adding. See that right there. Dear God. Thank God we're not operating heavy machinery or launching missiles right now. This would not end well for anybody. Oh, did you mean that other country? Right? Yeah, not good. Not good. So, under the launch code that assigns personality insights, they're talking about launch 21. These instructions would seem very straightforward to a well-rested person. Thank God we aren't, because that's the only thing keeping the stream going. So from there, we have added said line, and we're running again. We are running again. 2 green check marks down. Day 156 is off to a relatively decent start. Let's see if we can change that, right? On the next line, return pi result. Okay, we can return pi result. Return pi result. I can do that. Use the example above to help you. I don't want to use the example above to help. I just wanted to return pi. Yeah, we're going to do return pi. Okay, that's good. 3 green check marks. That's a good thing. 3 green check marks walk into a bar, right? We've all been there. We all know how that story ends. Section 4. Move all the previous code, excluding the package imports, into a new function called analyze, empty parentheses. The function should accept one parameter, handle. So we're going to have analyze handle. Use the following example to help you. Define analyze handle. Good to know that we've got define that needs to be part of that picture. This code should include the Twitter credentials, IBM credentials, and statuses and personality insights results. PI results, personality insights, profile text, return PI. What? So we're tying it all together, essentially. I think that's what's happening. Let's get rid of that extra space. Let's bump this down, put this here. We're going to indent as well. Basically, I'm taking their example and I'm removing the comments. Hey, little kitty, what are you doing? Oh, let's get rid of our highlight before she cleared all of the stuff we moved. What are you doing? Were you checking on Kitty? He's still alive and breathing, right? Fingers crossed. Yeah, he's alive and breathing. We can make this little makeshift. No. Oh, God, she's typing it. She only. She put a J. Don't you go back a page. You stop right clicking with your toes. Good. She put a J and a comma. She's typed worse things on stream before. Anyways, back to the little makeshift, like, iron lung oxygen tank. No, stop right-clicking, you furry abomination. Hey, go do something. You have a whole bed to play on. We go over this every stream, tiny animal. Go be loved over here. Yes? Oh my God, you're just too stupid and cute for your own good. No, bed. I'm gonna set you on the bed. No, princess, just let me love you, please. 1, 2. Yeah. There you go. Deal with that. So back to the, yes, good. She's slowly getting more and more confused. Damn it. I really thought we were making progress. Anyways, the makeshift iron lung. We've got plastic bins. There you go. So we've got just your average plastic bin with a lid and like the handle clips or whatever. No, how are you on the desk again already? No, don't knock over the water. Give up. I can't story time with another cat on the desk about a different cat. There's too much going on. When she leaves and we finish the next section, we'll resort back to story time. Okay, something about returning a PI and defining stuff. Important. Python cares about white space. So remember to properly indent the code. Inside the analyze function, It will save you time later on. Okay, and we've got that. If you're having trouble with indentation, you can take a look at the indentation in the analyze method present of this exercise. Little cat, are you trying to... No. You were looking below the desk. I saw you peek. So you're going to go below the desk because you're prancing everywhere you shouldn't be prancing. Why are you so... There you go. We're good. Ugh, claws. Okay. There's a lot of fur floating around here. Don't mind me checking OBS. Okay, the mic is still relatively situated okay. Dear God. I was hoping for a short stream. We were wrong. That's what happened. I was wrong. White space. We're going to click all these links just because we can. Properly indent code. And something about this exercise. Yeah. Good. Things are loading. So, white space characters. Dot space. In computer programming, we've seen this page before. I know we have. In computer programming, white space is any character or a series of characters that represent horizontal or vertical space in typography. When rendered, a white space character does not correspond to a visible mark, but typically does occupy an area on a page. For example, the common white space symbol U plus 0020, sure, space HTML, and pound 32 semicolon, also ASC232 represent a blank space punctuation character in text, used in a word divider in Western scripts. I got a fraction of what that actually meant, but cool. So, onwards, let's close that one, just because we can. Indentation. Use 4 spaces per line indentation. Oh, look at that, Codecademy. Guess we aren't supposed to use 2 spaces after 150 stays in the final lesson of completing Codecademy. You begin the final lesson with link here. Proper indent of... Proper. It's even the link. Properly indent the code. I know it's in reference to Python, but dear God, it says use 4 spaces per indentation level. Can we just do 4? I know they're trying so hard to get us to do 2 spaces. It's just not necessary. Use the tab key. All right. Ooh, Eric. Eric the Red. Aha! I cracked your username. I am awful at usernames, especially when we've got no sleep. Eric the Red 03 depends on the language. I use 3 spaces. That's actually really interesting because 3, everything I've seen is either 2 spaces or 4. So I feel like 3 would cover the whole spectrum because it's right there in the middle. Fascinating. I bet, who wants to bet that that's the most interesting thing we're going to learn today on the day we finish Codecademy, day 156. I've got my money on Eric. Thank you, Eric. 3 spaces. Did you hear that, little kitty? 3 spaces? She's sleeping. We'll tell little kitty later. All right. 4. What are we doing? Oh, we were looking at the rest of it. Something about indentation stuff. We're not the least bit interested in indentation after 156 days. We should be. I think it's the cat stuff. After dealing with the cat nightmare, the cat fiasco, not feeling it. We've done this application, or this lesson. This was earlier. I think this was the intro course to the stuff. So really, none of those links in the last bit were of any true use / benefit to us. If you're having trouble, if you decide to use it directly, however, be careful. There are some minor differences. Great. Living on the edge is exactly where we want to be. Let's go ahead and run this. Fingers crossed we don't break the internet, and we get a fourth green check mark. Hot damn. Next. Onwards. Okay. Eric the Red, you can change how many spaces and tabs, how many spaces a tab puts in the Sublime config. Or perhaps you're using Atom? No, I actually haven't even made it to that step yet. This lovely code editor window and examples are, this is Codecademy built-in code editor within their handy site with their lessons they provide with their instructions and examples. And, well, this is really more of their, like, anecdotal story with examples. Then they've got their instructions, and they've got their handy workspace. Usually they've got a results window in this area to view things, given the content of this particular lesson and course. They don't have that results window. Some lessons and pages they do. We may run into a page that has it. That is definitely possible, but yeah, so that's that. Good times, though. I think I'm going to probably look at Atom first. I've encountered more people who use Atom than Visual Studio, even though for some odd reason I've seen Visual Studio with higher rankings or, like, ratings on different sites, different lists of code editors environments one could download. So that's just something I thought I'd throw out there into the universe. Interesting little tidbit. So score 1 for Atom, I suppose. What are we looking at? We are looking at the top of section 2. The analyze function we just created will return the results from the personality inside PI API in JSON format. Whenever we use the analyze function, we need to parse and flatten the JSON results to make use of them later. By default, PI creates a tree structure for various categories. These categories are broken into personality, values, and needs. These are then broken into subcategories and finally broken into the actual traits. For this application, we'll compare the traits by flattening the structure and then extracting only the traits. The flatten function below will flatten the JSON structure that the analyze function returns from PI. So we've got define flatten origin, original, one of those, org, data, empty curly braces, for C in org tree, children, if children in C, for C2 in C children, if children in C2, for C in C2 children, if children in C3, for C4 in C3 children, if C4 category is equal to personality, data C4 ID equals C4 percentage, if children not in C3, if C3 category is equivalent to personality, data C3 ID, C3 percentage, return data. Good. So everyone's on the same page now, right? I'm so lost. This is great. Okay, it's not important to understand exactly how the flatten function works. I mean, visually we can see it. It trickles down. They've got it all there in a few different font colors for us to taste, hold on to. What's important is to make sure we include it as part of our application so we can properly process PI results. Instructions. 1. Add the flatten function to your application. It should take one argument called org, place it after the analyze function, click run. We've got our analyze function here. Let's go ahead and just take all this goodness. Come on. Copy. And we're just going to shove this in right here. Ta-da, look at that. That is good times. That's a good time if I'd ever seen one. Let's go ahead and run this. See what happens. Ta-da, check mark. Cool. They didn't lie to us. Good times. Onwards to section 3. Okay, so what's going down? Which language are you learning? Python. Partially. Python is sort of a means to an end. We are learning the Watson API. Not exactly, honestly, in hindsight, after going through the whole course, not really the best title, shockingly. So using Watson, IBM's like brain cloud software thingy, used for different API, used to help create different APIs amongst all different types of software. We're going through creating a makeshift celebrity match application involving Twitter, where you'd take a celebrity account, whatever that means to you. They used Codecademy as their example for their celebrity account, which is totally fine. And then they compare it to your celebrity account. Or if you make up a test one, that's fine too. But it takes 200 tweets from the celebrity, 200 tweets from you, and then it compares all the different similarities and sort of differences and then spits all that fun stuff out. The packages use Python. So that's where the Python is coming in and all that good stuff. So pip Python something package install, Python installs packages. Pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, it's sort of culmination of orangutan, right? Good. All right, Eric the Red. I'm a Ruby on Rails programmer for a living. Good times. See, the Ruby on Rails program wasn't quite their environment for Codecademy. The results window that I was talking about that would usually be here, kind of spans from this section downwards. It's about yay big, that sort of upper right portion of the screen. That wasn't working, so their little results render window wasn't spitting out any of the fun stuff we got to do or learn in the Ruby on Rails course. They will be updating it here at Codecademy pretty soon. I think there was just a general issue as well, like a technical issue, in addition to them updating the course. So I'm sure once they fix the issue and they've updated it, I'll need to come back, tinker with it some more. So I didn't get the best introduction to Ruby on Rails. Tiny Cat, what are you doing with your claws? Holy hell. You're just napping. We go over this every stream. Please stop clawing my ankle. For anyone new, just joining, there's a cat napping in my lap. She sinks her claws into me when she's getting comfy, and it's totally not necessary. Eric, I would take a look at that. Its JSON APIs are so easy to make. Okay, good to know. Noted. JSON APIs are good to make. So easy to get started. That's good, because I am looking for some side projects in addition to learning Ruby and all the other courses I've conquered here at Codecademy. Now that I'm conquering the last course and lesson, I will be diving into side projects finally. So that'll be on my to-do list. What are we looking at? So did we carry over what we needed? No, we're reading. One more tangent. One more tangent. The, not the tiny cat, but the older cat, the older sick cat that we were referencing earlier. We had to make a makeshift, like, iron lung oxygen tank for him to sleep in because of his respiratory heart lung issue. There's a lot going on. The cat's 12 or 14 years old. He's falling apart. We're just doing everything we can to make him, his however much time he has left, peaceful. So yeah, we had to set up this like plastic bin, your average plastic bin with a lid and the clamp handles. We ditched the lid, set a blanket on the floor, flipped the giant plastic bin upside down over him, see-through, clear. We could see how he was doing, and then like shoved a book under the corner so it's still cracked, and then we put the oxygen tank, the hose, crank that on full for the first few minutes to fill it up, and he's just napping in there with his like blood thinner medicine, basically like kitty aspirin. So yeah, it was a nightmare. That was the whole cat fiasco we were discussing earlier, after he stopped vomiting and shitting wildly all over the house. I laugh now. It's my coping mechanism. It hurts. I've been awake for so many hours. It's got to be over 40 hours now, right? Anyways, good times. Eric the Red, we tried speaking to the cat in DSL instead of English. I have not. I have not. Good. I should try though. Okay. What are we speaking of trying? Let's try and focus and knock out the rest of this. We promised the cat iron lung story would have a conclusion. We had to clear that off the plate. From the top, section 3, the flatten function flattens the results from a user and stores results in a dictionary. Oh, good, another link. About python.org. Oh, we've been here before. Dictionaries, another useful data. Oh, God, it's rolling. You know what? We've seen dictionaries before. That was in the whole Python section that we did in Codecademy. Yeah, we're good. Dictionaries. Woo! Good times. Okay, so everyone loves their dictionary. Great. The next step is to write a function that can compare two dictionaries, the users and the celebrities. To compare them, we will start with one of the return results, let's say your traits, and compare them with the celebrity's traits. Then we will compute the distance. Then we will compute the distance. I saw distance and thought commute, not compute, but that's just a personal problem. Then we will compute the distance between the traits and finally create a new dictionary that stores the trait and distance. Define compare, dictionary 1, dictionary dose, compare data for keys, dictionary 1 if dictionary 1 keys do not equal dictionary 2 keys, compare data keys equals ABS, dictionary 1 keys minus dictionary 2 keys, return compared data. Again, it's not important to understand exactly how the compare function works. What's important is to make sure we include it as part of our application so that we can view P results. Okay, we will go ahead and take this as well. One more round of shoving below line 41. Hashtag shove life. And instructions. Add the compare function from the example above to your application. It should take two arguments, dictionary 1 and dictionary 2. Place it after the flatten function. Click run to save code. All I'm visualizing is just driving over a dictionary and flattening it, which I don't think would work. So I think you need one of those giant, like, road pavement kind of tractor machines with a giant roller wheel flattening dictionaries. That's all I'm seeing. Running or nexting. Although I've seen a lot of weird shit with only 2 hours of sleep over the last 2 days, so... Sick cats. I do not recommend dealing with a sick cat. It is just... What a great way to ruin a Monday night. Was it Monday night? Was it Sunday? What's today? Dear God, it's Monday. That was a Sunday night. Holy hell. That was the worst Sunday night I've had in a long time. What are we looking at? With all of something, everything hurts. I can't wait to sleep after this. With all of our functionality in place, we now need 2 Twitter users to compare. We'll manually enter Twitter usernames by creating empty variables that you can fill in like so. User handle, Codecademy, celebrity handle, IBM. Good. And we're taking you outside of any function, but after the compare function, create a user handle variable and a celebrity handle variable. Set each variable to any Twitter username you'd like. Use the example above to help you. Note, make sure the Twitter handles you use refer to public Twitter accounts. Otherwise, the results can't be processed. Okay. So let's do after the compare. Before or after? Outside of any function, but after the compare function, which is also below it, so that works out well. And we're pasting that. It got some weird spacing issues there that we have fixed for them. D. Let's go and run this. Yes, another green check mark. Good, good. Okay, so onwards to section 5 of 8. I think. Here we go. 5 of 8. The ifs without ends look so bad. Creates bugs too. And are there ifs without ends? Oh, gotcha. Yes. Having let's see, where would that go? I know what you mean. Typing in the end thing. Since it came directly from their examples, I'm going to let them, they've been, especially in this activity or course, this particular course in Codecademy, some are more flexible in the results or text, not results, the text and content that you put into the code editor. Usually they'll just look for things like, do you have the right syntax for, like the punctuation, and then they really don't care what you have inside the quotes. But for some reason in this course, it's been very specific. You need to have basically everything, essentially copy and paste. Oh god, essentially copy and paste whatever they have in their the things. They're examples. Don't mind me extra crazy due to the lack of sleep. So I am yes, super delirious right now. But we are forging on because this is the year of streaming and learning to code, damn it. And we stop for nothing. Not even dying kittens. Feels bad. But we did spend like 14 hours trying to tend to his every waking need. So we're doing a quick break, knocking this out, back to dealing with sick cats. So what are we doing? Creates bugs. Back in 2011, a massive ISO encryption bug was because of this issue. Affected security of a million of Apple users. But maybe you can get an app. Maybe you can get a job at Apple with these. That's funny. That's good. Eric's on his game. I bet you Eric is well rested. Not me. Not after dealing with that cat. It's all I can think of. It's all I was doing. Have you seen a cat throw up 6 times within an hour? It's not fun. I still can't get it out of my mind. It was bad. We are doing food and sleep after this. It's going to be awesome. But yes, I agree. There should be, their syntax has just been all kinds strange. So I'm not surprised that their example is all kinds of misleading. That totally makes sense. Eric the Red. What a great name. Eric the Red. Good, good. We're totally losing. You can see the mental capacity is just completely fizzling. I'm ignoring the activity. I'm just pretending this isn't even happening anymore. 5. We're going to keep forging ahead because we have to. Section 5. Now that we have 2 Twitter usernames, we can use the analyze function that we created earlier to retrieve some data from Twitter like so. User result, analyze, user handle. Celebrity result equal celebrity handle. Okay, so in the instructions, call the analyze function on the user handle variable. Set the result equal to the variable called user result. Little kitty, are you here to sabotage the stream or are you just looking around? Oh, you just wanted scratches. Good, good, yes. You're so soft and warm. You remind me of what sleep used to be like. I remember sleep 40 plus hours ago. I used to own a bed. It was a nice bed, too. It was really falling apart. Okay. What are we doing? Eric, I'm distracting you. No. That's... This is how the last 155 days have been. But today's extra terrible because of the whole cat fiasco I had to deal with overnight and all day today, and the complete lack of sleep and like lack of eating, and it's just been bad times. I'm gonna lift you. Your toes are covering half the keyboard. You better not press 45 keys when I lift you. You know what? I'm not even gonna lift you. We're gonna slide you. Yeah, look, there. You can stay on the desk. Just stay over there. Good, good. Steven's keyboard, not yours. Oh, what are we doing? We are looking at the recalling stuff and we're analyzing. Analyze user handle, good, and set equal to the variable user result. So they're talking about this guy, and then in the second one, on the next line, cat, you're blocking the screen. Please leave. Thank you. You're the best. Hashtag love you. On the next line, call the analyze function on the celebrity handle variable. Set the result equal to the variable called celebrity result. Sure. We're just going to copy their stuff again because that's exactly what they want. We tried not copying their stuff all yesterday and the lesson before, which I think was the day before. They got angry. Red check marks everywhere. It was bad. Me and Mr. Demon Wolf were so confused. No. Okay. We are getting there. 6 of 8, damn it. Flattening and comparing. Who doesn't love flattening and comparing? That's what I want to know. I want to meet that guy. Or gal, you know, or whatever they prefer. Maybe it's a cat. This is bad. We're losing it. It's getting worse by the minute. Like, I can feel it. Now let's use the 2 functions we added earlier to format our result. First, we'll use the flatten function to flatten the JSON structure that the analyze functions return, like so. First, flatten the results from the Watson PI API. User flatten user results, celebrity flatten celebrity results. Then we'll use compare function to compare the user and celebrity in order to gain insights on their personalities. Then compare the results of the Watson PI API by calculating the distance between traits. Compared results, compare user, comma, celebrity. All right, I like all of the things that they had to say. Even in our state of delirium, we were able to follow all of their instructions, which I think is a testament to their instructions in that exact particular section. Everywhere else, their instructions have been hellish. So we got that, and now we're comparing. We are comparing things because that's what the internet is for. Judging people. Right? One versus another. Do we hit run? I think we hit run. Are they going to give us all 3 check marks? They did. They gave us all 3 check marks. What was hidden behind the fog of war, though, you ask? 2. Next, call the flatten function on celebrity results. Store the result in the variable called celebrity. Use the example above to help you. Finally, call the compare function and pass the user and celebrity variables as argument. Store the result in the variable called compared results. Use the example above to help you. We hit run already, and we're hitting next. 7 of 8. We are scratching at the end. So unbelievably close. And speaking is getting... see that? See that? It's getting more and more difficult by the second. We're completely losing it. Delirious Steven is the best Steven. Finally, to view the result, we'll have something. We'll have to sort them. There we go. English. And then display the top 5 traits from the sorted results. These will be the top 5 traits you share with the celebrity you selected for the application. Sorted results, sorted compared results, dot items, key equals operator, dot item, greater 1. 4 keys, value in sorted results. 5, print keys, print user keys, fun arrow, celebrity keys, another fun arrow, followed by compared results key. Okay. We're going to take basically all of this at once. Because we can. See, now they've got the a black results window, which I'm sure will print something more of a console log window than their white results window. They've got a couple different things. Sometime for their editor, it's a black background for like a bash file, like a terminal. So they've got all kinds of fun stuff here at Codecademy. to help assist us in learning, providing us with as many tools as one can possibly need. And work most of the time. So with that said, sorted results, we've got key, we've got our for loop. I think that's everything we need to complete section 7. We've got the fog of war covering 2 and 3, so let's run this. It's thinking a nice big friendly error from Codecademy, but still, in Codecademy fashion, we got our green check marks because that's how they roll. Section 1, sort the result of the sorted function. Use the example above to help you. Use a for loop to print the first 5 items. Use the example above to help you. Click run to run your code and see the results. Note if the terminal is putting an indentation error notice. Double click to make sure that your code follows proper Python indentation practices. File celebrity match line 43. Define, compare, dictation 1 and 2, unindented, does not match any outer indentation. Line 43. Yeah, is it the 4 that needs to be indented? I kind of think it is. I think it's the 4. Typical. Let's try indenting that. We're going to pretend that that's all that's needed for now. Go ahead and run once again. Line 43 still doesn't like what we had to offer. Well, death. I don't know if we keep dwelling on it or if we move on. I kind of feel like we should just march on to section 8 and just put the final nail in the coffin that is Codecademy. You know what? If Little Kitty here, we could do a vote. If Little Kitty were here, not would. Oh, speak of the devil. Guess who crawled through the friggin' cat door? Just in time. Little Kitty, what do? Do we worry about fixing the error on line 43? Or just move on to section 8? You're just walking around, so I'm going to take that as just move on to section 8. Okay, good times. Look at that. Badges for everyone. Congratulations. Code something achievement. Congratulations on completing the course. Learn the Watson API. You've learned a new skill and should be proud. There was a lot that was kind of missing. We'll call them hiccups, speed bumps, sprinkled throughout this course. We're going to do, if there's like a notch or 2 below proud, something positive. I feel like proud is a little too strong for what we pulled off. Satisfied. There we go. You should be satisfied. That's what this message should say. Want to take a look at your profile and see what you've accomplished? Absolutely, but just a moment. Okay, got it. Congratulations, you built a fully functional, that's also a lie, Watson-powered application that does the following. Queries the Twitter API, queries the Watson Personalities Insight API, compares 2 bodies of text tweets from 2 Twitter users, displays the top 5 personality traits shared between the 2 Twitter users. In this course, you use the Personality Insights API, one of many APIs available in the Watson Developer Cloud. Be sure to check out the additional APIs and learn how they can serve your application's needs. If you'd like to learn more about Bluemix, additional Watson Developer Cloud services, and view more courses, and Watson can use cases, please visit IBM's Learning Lab. Okay, we'll take a look at that. We'd love to hear your feedback on the right-hand side. Please take the survey in the browser and submit when you complete it. Why do we not see a survey? I think they're lying to us. I'm totally down to do the survey for them, but there's a lack of survey. Must. That's okay. We'll give them a solid solid pat on the back whenever we run into someone from IBM. So, learning stuff. Yeah, good. Learning web. Were these the free courses that we saw earlier? I think it was. Get inspired. Visual recognition. I want to do stuff with visual recognition. And machine learning. Oh, we're so coming back here. This is where we want to be. Okay, so something about a learning lab. So mental note, IBM. That's where we want to party at. All right. Up next, we finally get to look at the closing stats as we conclude day 156. Why? Oh, we have to go back and then next again, and then all that. We dealt with that before. Okay, it's loading and loading and loading. Things crossed. Look at that completed. Let's go back to catalog. What do we have? We've got. Again, these two were added like a month ago. So technically, these weren't here when we started the journey. We are going to finish them. We're diving into Learn JavaScript Control Flow tomorrow. We've already gone through all the other JavaScript fun stuff that they have to offer. But let's quickly reflect on all the fun that we've gone through. So we went through all these courses, and now we are 100% of the way through the Learn the Watson API. With that said, let's take a look at today's closing stats as we conclude day 156. Did I say 155 earlier? Day 156. All right, let's take a look at our profile. We are ending technically kind of the semi-initial, unofficial / official ending to Codecademy has us with 1,808 points and 265 badges with 22 courses, skills completed, whatever you want to call it. You know what? That's weird. The Watson API course isn't showing up. Odd. Shouldn't there be something going on? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be 23, but you know what? That doesn't matter. We've got 2 other courses to add to our journey, which they added to our journey. So yay, more free resources, right? It's a good thing. It is a good thing. So we've conquered, over the last 156 days, learn HTML and CSS 1, learn JavaScript, learn Sass, make a website, learn command line, learn Git, deploy a website, Python, HTML and CSS, they're more in-depth advanced course. JavaScript, they're more in-depth advanced course, not just the intros. jQuery, learn React.js Part 1, learn React.js Part 2, learn AngularJS 1.x, Ruby, learn Ruby on Rails. Cat, you are perfectly blocking. Ruby, learn Ruby on Rails authentication, Java, learning Java. I'm still hopeful they do like a full Java course. Again, the learn courses like these are more intro-y, and I think it'd be cool if they had a more in-depth, slightly more advanced course regarding that, but that's just my 2 cents. What do we got? Learn Java, learn SQL, SQL table transformation, SQL analyzing business metrics, PHP, and what is currently missing for some reason, learn the Watson API. And we have 2 more courses to add to that. So in the end, hopefully it does add the Learn Watson at 23, which would leave us with 25 courses total when all said and done in the coming days / weeks. So yeah, that's that. But in the meantime, that's been an interesting 156 days. To those who've been along for the journey, for the last 155 days. Thank you very much to anyone who has entered to view today the stream. Thank you for stopping by. All views are greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and back out of this, and we will power down the stream. Well, you know what? What do we have on the horizon for tomorrow? We have, and actually this is applicable, now we're finally here, is learn JavaScript in flow. Continue your learning by starting learn JavaScript control flow. We seem to continue, blah, blah, blah. Good, good, good. Learn how to use if, else, switch, and ternary syntax to control the flow of a program in JavaScript. All right, so that is what is on the horizon for tomorrow, day 157. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by. Topher, as always. Eric the Red, thank you for your thoughts, comments, and contributions. And to any new viewers who may have accidentally stopped by to view the streams, again, thank you. Any and all views are greatly, greatly appreciated. We are backing out of Codecademy. We are diving into OBS. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 157. But in the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.